Hello, happy Sunday, everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome to our bi-weekly Let's Talk Mental Health live stream where we just check in about where we're at, share our struggles, our wins. Just a friendly reminder that I am not a licensed professional yet. So if you are in crisis, if you are struggling, please make sure that you reach out and get the help that you deserve. So any advice that I give here today is just based on my experience. This is the experience of coaching clients or people here in the community or friends or just people that I've met. So how's everyone doing? Let's check in. Hi, Davey. How are you? Dude, stop. What's up? I also want to remind you guys that if you're wanting to make sure I see a message, it can get kind of crazy in here. So you can use that super chat or super sticker function to highlight the message so I will see it. Every single dime goes towards my outreach. And this week I do have that 250 goal in pledges. But this week it's something that's very meaningful to me. I have a dear friend that I've known for about 12 years now. And she is in a very bad situation where she is escaping abuse. She has 2 children. One is a little bit older than Bryston, and one is a little bit younger than my son Bryston. So I think one is 10 and one is, probably about 13 now. Wow. Time flies, right? But I'm going to be using the pledges from today's stream to help her as she's transitioning. She doesn't know where she's going to go. We don't know what she's going to do, but I'm trying to help her through this. And obviously it's wrecking her mental health, and we want to make sure that her and her family is safe. So if you are in a position to make a pledge, that's where it's going to be going this week. But yeah, we've been doing a lot. I think David will be here in a second, and hopefully he can tell. David is already here. He can tell us a little bit more about our last project that we did from those pledges. So I'm excited to hear about that. But let's see, Sebastian, Pastor Dean, James, hello. Oh, Davey says if I could donate, or if I could, I donate all of my wages, but my boss don't pay enough to live. I hear you. Faraji, I hope I'm saying that right. Hey, man, I just wanted to make sure. I said thanks for trying to help me not give up. I'm a lost cause, though, but I do appreciate it. I do not believe that anyone is a lost cause. I do not believe you're a lost cause. I know that it might be hard to see at times when you're struggling and your shadow is just yelling really loud at you, but I believe in you, and I think the community here will say the same. Dude Stuff says, I'm okay. I helped talk someone on Reddit, out of losing their life to suicide a weekish ago. Well, preemptive steps for that. That's huge. Thank you very much for being there for them and for supporting them through that difficult time. It is, it's very challenging. I can tell you firsthand, it's very challenging when there's individuals online that are reaching out to you or talking, or you see something that they say and you want to help. And you're just not sure how to do so. So I'm glad that you were able to effectively do that. I was thinking about making a video on how to approach someone online who seems to be struggling, or how to communicate with someone. Obviously, it would be a lot different than how we communicate with a family member or how we communicate with someone in that regard. So I've just been reflecting on some other videos to make, because of course I will keep doing the reactions, but I really want to expand the content into other things as well. So I have quite a few ideas for shorts that I've been working on. So I have a whole list of things that I've been working on that I hope you guys enjoy. I've been trying to utilize that method more so I can provide tips and things like that to help you guys. But if you do have any suggestions for videos other than reactions, because we have a lot of those, my list is a million miles long. And of course, my patrons get priority requests for reactions, but I do keep track of the ones in the comments, and I have like 6-7 pages now of reactions, but I am trying to expand the content to things that will be more helpful. So if there's any other videos that you would like me to make, tip videos or some other type of content, just let me know. I'm taking things into consideration right now. Yes, David. The pledge is going to be going toward a friend right now who is in a really difficult situation. She's escaping abuse. She's escaping an unsafe environment that involves drugs. She has two young children, and she's just trying to get to safety. I'm trying to help her. So that is where pledges will be going this week. So David says she loved the package. All of you pitched in. She's a shy 89-year-old widow, so not comfortable online. So I know, sorry, no pics for that reason. She felt humbled and undeserving, which is why she needed the reminder from us. She was very moved from all the little things and the thought Amanda put into filling the package. Thank you, everyone. So thank you very much. These are the things that we get to do. I'm very passionate about being able to help individual people with the pledges that we raise in these streams. So I want to be able to help you guys and offer any insights that I can. But I'm also very, very passionate about being able to help individuals here in the real world as well. And some of the pledges, we do end up helping people here in the community, people online. It really just kind of depends what comes up and who needs us the most. Last Medicine says, it's human things. We're supposed to help out tribe, and in this internet age, our tribe can be all over and whoever. So very true. Evening, John. Matthew, Azaria. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Our neighbors, I guess they're running a mechanic shop out of their driveway. And for the past couple of days, and maybe it's just because I'm super on edge, for the last couple of days, they've just been working on really noisy vehicles all the time. And if that's not bad enough, we have this demon dog from the 7th layer of hell that, I'm sorry if you end up hearing her whining at some point. She's whining through the night. She's whining during the day. She's peeing everywhere. She's chewing. I do dog sitting for a living for my day job, for those of you that don't know. And right now I'm just a little edgy about sounds. So I don't know if you heard him revving his engine, but I'm about to just freak out. Like, I've been binge watching, rewatching some stuff. I don't think you want to deal with me. I'm in my forensics final where we're doing a mock crime scene. I'll have to do a final too. We're doing a mock crime scene, and I'm just about to like freak out. So you don't want me to freak out while I'm thinking about forensics. I'm sorry. Matthew Azaria says, I'm currently struggling with the police department. My city is struggling to help me with my situation I brought up last time. Good news. I went to the mayor's office about it. Good job for standing up for yourself and for taking it up the chain of command there. Very good job. Davey says, is it weird when I feel I'm helping others, it helps my mental state? Maybe it's just a distraction, but I'm always guiding people toward Amanda and Citizen Soldier. I think that's what Lass was responding to. No, it's not weird at all. We are pack animals. I think that people always compare humans to apes, but I actually think that we're more like wolves because we do tend to stick in a pack. We do tend to stick together. And yeah, we are individual and we can be independent, but we always kind of come back to our pack. So I'm happy that you guys get to be part of my extended pack. We have the Patreon pack, we have the YouTube pack, like so many packs. But no, I think that that it makes us feel needed. It makes us feel like we're part of the bigger picture. So I do think that it's completely natural to want to help another person because you see another person that's probably going through something that you relate to. And when you can help them in some indirect way, you're helping yourself. So it's really a beautiful cycle. Yes, Master Ganja, long time no talk indeed. John says, Lordy doing a mock crime scene. Good luck. Oh my gosh, it is so much fun. I'm telling you, it's funny because everybody's always assuming that school is what's stressful in my life. I'm like, no, I love to learn. I'm the mutant that loves homework as long as it's homework on something that I either enjoy or that I'm interested in. I had a biology class over the summer that I did not enjoy. It was too much information being thrown at me all at once, but I love writing papers and stuff. I love that kind of stuff. So I know I'm a mutant. Davey Young says, sorry, random question. Is that a Triforce from Zelda tattoo on your hand? It very much is. It reminds me to have power, wisdom, and courage. So yes, it is. David is saying about the woman that we sent the package to for everyone. She's been a family friend since I was on a tricycle. First time, not last week. Her husband of almost 70 years passed last January from a stroke. She lives alone, is not social. She asks, why am I still here now? She's a sweet lady and very thankful. So it just means everything to me that we could just show her that she's still valued, that she's still loved, that there are people that still care about her. That means everything to someone, especially someone who's grieving from loss like that. I believe that it really helped her. I remember way back many moons ago, before the channel was a thing, I used to be a caregiver for an elderly woman, and I left my position and she ended up hiring someone else who's incredibly verbally abusive to her, and ended up texting her and saying, every day that I go into work, I'm hoping that I find you dead, and was just saying all of these terrible things to her. And when she told me about it, she sent me the screen caps, I started crying, and I thought, oh my gosh, she's such a sweet person that I would still go visit her even though I didn't work there. She unfortunately passed away last year. Oh my gosh, it's been about a year. I did make a vlog about her after she passed. David, can you drop that link, the one about lessons from grief, where it talks about some of the things I learned from her? But I just felt so drawn to lift her spirits because she did not deserve that. So I had reached out to my community on Facebook. I did have a Facebook at the time, and I reached out to my community on Facebook, and I had a job at a French school. So I reached out to my kids, the students that I was teaching and stuff, and we all got together and like wrote her letters and cards and just gave her little kitty trinkets and stuff because that's what she liked. And it made her cry. Like, it meant everything in the world to her. I just watched her go from, you could see her body posture where she's just, obviously she was older, so she had a little bit of posture issue anyway, but you could see where her face was just sullen and she was kind of closing off. She's closing in like this. And when she started opening her things, you could just watch her blossom. It was really beautiful to just watch her blossom, and her face just started to light up, and then she started to cry. So while we didn't get a picture or video of this individual that we helped as a community, I can tell you firsthand that it really does change a person mentally. It really gives them so much mentally. It fills their mental bucket so much. So please make sure, like I said, if you are able to make that pledge, or if you're wanting to make sure that I see your video. As you can see, it's pretty crazy in here. Yes, the lessons in grief vlog, David. As you can see, it's pretty crazy in here. So using that, make sure that I see your message. And this week is going to go toward my friend who's escaping that abuse situation. Let's see. Eric says, I started a new job at 48 years. I haven't felt so far down on the food chain for many years. I'm feeling a bit depressed about it, and I think I might want to go back to my old job. That is absolutely okay. I am not going to state my age here on the internet, although I'm sure with some of the references I've made, you guys can kind of probably knock it out a little bit, but I'm not going to admit to it again. But I decided to go back to school this year, and let's just say it's been like the best thing ever. Or with that job, when I realized I loved her. I loved her so much. Her name was Gloria. I loved her so much. I still have so much love for her, but I couldn't work there. It just wasn't working out for me, for my mental health, and I didn't feel like I could show up for her in a way that she deserved. So we ended up, so I did end up leaving, but I'd still go back and see her. But I knew when I had to walk away, and I know when I have to take a step back, and I know, when I have to make a change. And if you made a change and realized, you know what, this isn't really working for me, I kind of want to go back. If you have the opportunity to do that, do that. And if you don't, and you're just not liking this job, there's other jobs, I promise. So do what feels good. Do what makes you happy. Brian says, got her to keep going and helped her reconnect with her family. Oh, Brian says, that was a two-part message. Met a homeless elderly woman a few months ago living in her car, was considering suicide, thought about what this group would do. Oh, spent time with her talking about anything and everything. Got her to keep going and helped her reconnect with her family. Oh my God, it's the female Scotty. That's pretty much exactly what happened with me and Scotty, who just passed in May, but I knew him for well over a decade. And I still remember the first time I took him out to eat and he broke down and started crying. And that was honestly, it's kind of interesting to reflect back and think. I remember that he cried the day I met him, and he cried the last time I saw him. And I remember him being very emotional when his dad passed, and I flew him to Oregon because he wanted to be able to say goodbye to his dad before he passed. So when he found out his dad was going to go, he was panicking because he couldn't get home. So I flew him home to Oregon, and I believe it was Oregon or Washington, one or the other. And he was able to go say goodbye before he passed. And it was pretty much the same story, that he was homeless, he'd given up, he just didn't care about anything anymore, and we ended up helping him. It took us, geez, this is criminal, and I know you all will agree and understand. It took us pretty much like a year to get him into a place, to get the VA to get off their butts and help him. He was a Vietnam veteran, to help them, or to help him get into a place. But he ended up adopting two of my foster dogs, one of which I adopted after he passed. So most of you know Sweet Windy. And that was pretty much the same story, that he'd given up. And I'm so happy that you just so honored me. You honored him and his memory and me and my mission. So that means a lot to me. Thank you for being there for her. And if there's anything that she needs or anything we can do, please let me know. Hopefully we can get some pledges, and maybe some can go to her as well if she's needing anything. Yes, David. David, thank you. If you are, and actually I'm going to open that so I can keep track, so we can hopefully hit that 250 goal in donations and pledges. But David just made a very good point. If you are looking to make a bigger donation or pledge, please make sure to use PayPal, because YouTube takes kind of a big hit. So you can use PayPal, or you can use Venmo. That is in my video description here. But if you do use Venmo, make sure that you let me know that it's from the stream, so that way I know that it goes toward this. So I already have a pledge off PayPal. So thank you so much, David, for that pledge. So let me keep track. I keep forgetting. I'll just put it here. You guys can see here, right? Yep. So I'm going to do it here. So we have 20. Good start. 10 per kid. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much. Seriously, she is the sweetest soul. She's such a good human, and we don't see each other super often, but we just have that relationship where we don't need to. We can still very much care for each other, and we've been there for each other's kids over the years and stuff. So it broke my heart to hear. I talked to her a bit, probably about a month and a half ago was the last time I really heard from her, and all of a sudden everything just hit a crescendo, and she's really struggling. So thank you very much for helping out. It means a lot to me. Surreal Cornbread says, I have pretty much given up on everything. I think every person in this chat has probably felt that way at some point, myself included, where it's just, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know how to deal with this anymore. And life can get very heavy, and life can get overwhelming. If you want to talk to us about what's going on, we'd be happy to listen and hopefully give some insights that could help. I can't promise that we can fix anything or fix everything, because we can't. I can't promise that we will make all the pain go away, but we can be here while you're struggling. We can be bringing the buckets of water while you're in hell until we can get you out of hell. How's that? David's right. We do believe in you. You see, Lass says, I used to think like that. I won't tell you to think different, but know that there is someone in the hole you dig that has knowledge to help you dig up, not down. Yeah, there's always a way to climb out of the hole. Always, always, always. And it can be hard sometimes to see that, but there is always a way. See, been there many times. CP368 has been there many times. Brian Robinson says, keep going. We're all here for a reason. I love you guys when you all just stick together and start building each other up. Oh, hey, Danny. Danny says, can't stay long. You're awesome. Amanda, love that shirt, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty poetic. It's kind of how I'm feeling today, honestly, where I'm just, it's fine. I'm fine. As we're going into the holiday season, I have finals coming up. I have a lot going on. I have this dog that, she's driving me nuts. Praise be that she goes home in a few hours. I I love dogs. That's why I do what I do. I transitioned actually out of my job with Gloria to doing this because it's something where, okay, I can schedule my own hours. I can take time if I need. I can do other stuff while I'm loving on dogs. Oftentimes, you guys don't know, but I have dogs on my lap while I'm doing reactions, or I'll have him right here. Right now, Ricky's over here on his little bean bag. But this one, I swear, is the spawn of the devil. This dog just is everything you would not want in a dog. And I feel bad because she's cute, but it's very deceiving. Very deceiving. John Bubba says, cornbread, that happens to everyone, but what you do is set targets and aim for them. Start with small goals, then go after the bigger ones. I love that advice because oftentimes when we're in that bad place, it can seem like, okay, here I am and I need to get here. So you think, okay, well, how do I get from here to here? And it's not about getting from here to here. It's about getting from here to here and then to here and then to here and making those incremental steps. So when you break things down, it does make it a lot easier. Surreal Cornbread says, I keep struggling to get a hold of things, but stuff keeps getting in my way. Well, when you can figure out how to make life stop getting in our way, please pass that memo on to my guardians, my writers of my story, the writers of the Amanda Show. Please pass that on, because I swear, I don't know if Aaron's in here right now, but Aaron has said before, he said, I remember when we first got together and it frustrated me because you kind of had this mentality of, why in the hell is the world out to get me, or the universe out to get me? And it's not like I so much think, oh my God, the world's out to get me, but it just seems like, okay, I have this plan and I think, okay, I need to do X, Y, and Z, and then I will get here. And I'll do X, and then everything will fall on top of it. And it's just thing after thing. I'm going, oh my God, can I please just get through the checklist without more things piling on my lap? So if you figure out that, please let us know. CP368 says, the best advice I can give is find one thing you don't want to give up and it will make you want to stay. It could be something simple. I think it's almost always something simple. I mean, yeah, we have our loved ones in many cases, or our families, but we can't live for other people. Those people can be motivators for us, but we can't live for them. We can't just say, okay, I'm going to stay here for them. No, stay here for you. Stay here for you. You can use those people to build you up, to build up your skill set, to be there for you, but you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be here for you. John says, oh yeah, instead of focusing on trying to stop the entire army approaching, focus on the front line. Everything else falls into place after. Agreed. Jake says, when I'm trying to spend time with Kim, our dog comes up to me and proceeds to either lick my face or wants me to play with him with a squirrel toy. See, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I don't mind. I love playing with dogs. I love cuddling with dogs. They can kiss me as long as, they can back off after a while. But I love walking dogs. I love dogs. But this dog wants to pee and chew and whine all night. And it's just, it's very overwhelming, especially right now. CP368 says, for me, it was photography and video games that I didn't want to give up. I love that because we think that it has to be something like a job or a big project or something. But no, just find that one little thing that you actually enjoy doing. And that can be hard when you're in the darkness, but find one little thing. Just find one little thing and lean into that. And continue to do that and try to find something else. Try new things till you find something else that feels just, it doesn't have to feel good. It just has to feel a little bit less awful. So I think we need last says, I almost blew myself away. Amanda put my in touch with a dude that had been in the same place as I had, and he helped me. Maybe I can help you. David, actually, can you drop the Discord for Cornbread here so that he can, for Surreal Cornbread, so that he or she, I'm not sure, I can't see from the picture, can come join that community so that they have some more support outside of just this once every 2 weeks stream, and anyone, oh, okay, doesn't have Discord. Okay, that's fine. Well, yes, I'm always available by email, and I might not get back right away, but I do read all my emails. I do check all my emails. But yes, you two connect. If you want, you can email me and I'll introduce you guys. If you don't want to, put your email addresses here in the chat. Okay, Facebook. There we go. You can find me on Facebook under Amanda Webster. Mental Amanda. Yeah, I honestly have no idea how to work Discord. It's so confusing to me. Okay, before we go any further, let's do our good news story for the week. So I think this is kind of cool, and I think you guys will appreciate this. They are working to undo machismo in Colombia. What makes a man truly a man? Colombia wants to transform the culture of machismo and aggression that still holds sway there. Mobile outreach teams and classes where men can talk about their feelings are tackling the problem at its root. Come on, guys, tell me that that is not just awesome. I think it's actually a video, so that's all of the information, it seems. But I think that that is just awesome, and I'm curious to watch more and learn what exactly they're doing. But I think that there's so much in the media and so much in our upbringing, just because past generations have these traditions of how they want people to show up, be it male, female, or otherwise. They just think that people should show up in a certain way. And in many ways, it's perpetuated these very toxic mindsets of what people should be, of what a man or a woman should be, or that someone has to be this type of man or this type of woman, or a man and a woman at all. They've just kind of pigeonholed people into these boxes. And in many ways, it has become very toxic, especially in some of these other countries. But even here in America, where it's, well, a man has to tough up, a man has to provide. And by provide, that means working 70 hours a week and not actually caring for their own mental well-being. And that's not true at all. That does not have to happen. That's not how every story has to be. There are some people that actually find joy in working 70 hours a week. I think they're nuts, but if that makes them happy, then that makes them happy. So I think that this is really amazing that they're working on combating these traditional values that might not be serving anymore. So a lot of times I hear this whole thing, and this is in many, many different conversations where people go on about, well, it's tradition. It's traditional that we do this. It's traditional that we do that. And some traditions are amazing. Some traditions suck. And some traditions are toxic and destructive. And it's good when we move away from them. It's actually a positive thing when we move away from them. So I think that even in our own personal lives, learning how to evaluate and say, okay, these things are good. These things are serving me. They're serving my family. They're serving my friends. They're serving the world. These things are good. Let's keep these things. These things, maybe I need a little bit more or less of these things. And these things just need to go. And I talk about that in the Happiness Boost course about, trimming your rose bush and looking at your rose bush and seeing what state your different buds are in and stuff, your different flowers are in, and learning how to trim that. And I think that that's really important in society too, that sometimes we should just kind of have an assessment to say, hey, what things aren't serving us anymore and how can we move in the right direction? So I think that's really awesome. BC67 says, I feel that men talking about feelings is actually very masculine. Agreed. I think it should. It takes strength to be able to talk about the things that make us vulnerable. So I think that talking about our challenges or even talking about our wins, because a lot of people feel very self-conscious when they talk about their wins. Thank you for posting my Facebook, David. Matthew says, poor stereotype holders born without common sense and assuming that allowing their own preconceived prejudices to talk for others will make up for this sad impulsive impairment. See, I don't like to think of it with that kind of negative framing, because it kind of, at the same time, you're saying they're born without this, but then it's framing it in a way that their own preconceived prejudices to talk for others will make up. So you're saying they were born this way, but also that they're making the conscious choice. And I think that it is kind of ignorance, that they just don't know a better way. And like these guys in Colombia, when they can be taught a better way and they can be given real, genuine, true permission from their society to start implementing these things, then we can move in the right direction. Henry says, I don't know if she's seen the messages. I saw that one. Is there another one? Is there another one that I didn't see? Oh, here we go. I'm just so tired of losing people over drugs, car accidents, and suicide. I almost lost my life to suicide twice, but was always safe somehow, but I'm in a better place now. Well, you know what? Before we start the snaps, I'm going to give you a big snap for that. I'm glad that you're in a better place, that you've overcome that. And I feel you. I'm so tired of losing people. I'm so tired of loss and grief. This year alone, there's just been so much loss. And it's really heavy and it's very difficult to get through. And actually, if you guys want to know a little secret, I'm working on planning my content out so that I can just schedule it instead of creating here and creating there, that I can just create some content and then schedule out like the month in advance, because I really need to take some time to process some of the losses like Scotty that have happened this year, because I feel like I haven't really given myself that time. Or even my ex. I lost an ex that we hadn't been together in a long, long, long time, but he still meant a lot to me. And I just feel like I need to take a step back and process. And I don't want to not make content because I know that it helps you guys. And it's not that I don't want to, it's just that I'm trying to plan and I'm trying to take action steps to say, okay, how can I still create the content for the channel while working through some of the things that are coming up for me. So just wanted to share that little secret that I'm working on that for YouTube and Instagram, actually. So if you see that I post something and you message me and I don't get back to you right away, I am probably only going to be checking my messages and email and stuff once every couple of days. So with YouTube, with the comments, I typically check once a week. Sometimes it's a little bit more, but I'll typically go through and check my comments about once a week. And yeah, here through December, because I have about a month between my semesters, I'm pretty much just going to take December and kind of decompress a little bit and reevaluate where I want to go in 2024 and what I want to do, and just get things in order so that hopefully 2024 goes a little smoother than 2023. Master Conscious says, my mom is concerned about my obsession with blacksmithing. Is it a bad thing? I'm always forging. My oldest son works with me. I'm teaching him. No, I think that's amazing. That is awesome. You can forge me something. I think that's amazing. And I think it's great that you have a hobby. And I think it's great you have a hobby that's off a screen. Matthew says, sure, society is to blame, but so is many other factors like fear and ignorance. There is a lot of fear to it, but with ignorance, you have to understand that ignorance is a matter, unless it's willful ignorance, of not knowing any better. And I firmly believe that for the most part, when we know better, we do better. And that doesn't just mean having the fact in front of us. That means genuinely internalizing it. For example, this is something that's very important to me. I understand if you guys don't share this ideal, but back when I went vegetarian in 2005 or 6, whatever it was, I think it was 2006. When I went vegetarian, it's not like I didn't know where cheeseburgers came from. I knew that a cheeseburger came from a cow, but until I genuinely internalized that and it had emotional meaning for me, there was this cognitive dissonance going on, and I couldn't move forward until I had that emotional connection and went, oh, how did I not feel this? And I felt really stupid because I thought, how did I not see this? Like, I knew it, but I was almost in denial about it. So I think that in a way is ignorance, in the sense that I knew a fact, but that fact didn't mean anything to me on a deeper level. Hi, Deadpool Snipes. Rolando says, how do you approach the redevelopment of trust after a toxic relationship? How do we remain vigilant for red flags without being cynical? Excellent question. I have been in emotionally traumatic relationships where I think trust was broken on both sides, but the relationship was just toxic all around. And I think one of the things is recognizing the red flags, which it seems like you do. So if someone is really controlling up front. I mean, usually they're not, but if someone's really controlling up front and they want to monopolize your time and they get mad that you don't text them back right away, or they just make passing kind of snippy remarks that they write off as jokes, but they kind of make you feel uncomfortable. If there's so many red flags surrounding these types of situations. A subtle one is if you're on a date with someone and all they want to do is talk about themselves, that's a subtle red flag. And I mean, it might not mean anything. They might just be very chatty, but it can mean that they kind of have this enhanced vision of themselves that might not be realistic. But I think that the best thing you can do in this type of situation is you have to be strong in your own sense of self. You have to be strong in your own sense of identity. So that way, when you're looking for someone, you're not looking for someone to complete you. You're already complete. You're just saying, hey, I would like a companion, but if I don't find a companion right now, that's okay. Because if you are relying on that other person, and the dogs are going crazy again. If you're relying on that other person to make you happy, then you might self-sabotage anyway. And it's not just that you're self-sabotaging, it's that you're going into this and you're going to accept less than what you're worth, and you're worth a lot. So when you go into something and you're like, oh my God, I need a relationship, you're going to overlook all those red flags. You're going to say, I see the red flag, but I'm going to choose to ignore it because I want to be in a relationship. When you're strong in yourself, when you're confident in yourself, when you don't give a damn what anybody else thinks, and you are okay if you're not in a relationship, then you will actually seek out a relationship that's good for you, and not just seek out a relationship so you can change your Facebook status or so that you don't have to be alone. I think that's a huge part of it. I'll get them. Oh, please tell me. Please tell me. Did they get home early, Erin? Did they get home early? Do I need to go? I think I might need to go for a second. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but the dogs are just going crazy. Oh, thanks, Gav. Gav Morgan says, hi, Amanda, you look beautiful today. Any relation to Dexter? Just curious. I'm just kidding. Matthew says that dog sounds like Hades' three-headed beast. Yes. Cerberus. Yes. Yes, yes. Luis Alfredo says, I just watch a lot of murder and massacre movies. It was incredible. That's how I felt last month when I binged through all but Spiral in the Saw series. I was just, okay, I feel so much better now. And most people don't get it, but I know that I have this dark side. I know that I have my shadow. And when I can give her playtime and I can give her kind of a playground to play on, she behaves a lot better. Jake says, I used to have a problem with feeling like I need to be in a relationship, thought it was society norms. It's totally normal, for us to want to be in a relationship. But I will say one of the biggest lessons I've learned is if you feel like you need to be in a relationship, you're not ready for one. So everybody write that down in your journal. If you feel like you need to be in a relationship, you're not ready for one, because it's a cliche for a reason that you have to learn to love yourself before you can love other people. Here's why. Because if you don't love yourself, as I said, you're going to ignore red flags for one. For two, you're going to sabotage because you're constantly going to have that I'm not good enough, why do you love me mentality. So you're going to keep testing that person, and eventually that person is going to go, this is not healthy, this is stressful, and walk away. And now you've just concreted your own future. You've all sealed your own future because you've pushed this person away through toxic behavior that you didn't mean to have. You're just looking for validation, and you were just wanting to feel that sense of security, but it'll push people away. So it's very important. Master Conscious says, my girlfriend's fascinated at watching me afford, so nice to have someone support my hobby. Well, one of them, I would love to watch that happen. I really, really would. Ooh, last one, yeah. And if you need someone else to validate you, you aren't a whole person. I really wish people understood that. I know it's a cutesy Hallmark card to say, you complete me. That sounds so romantic. Like, you complete me. You're my other half. But a relationship doesn't work unless it's two whole people coming together to support each other. And I was talking in the Patreon stream yesterday that Erin is like my Emmett off of Legally Blonde, where I feel like I had a lot of Warners and I finally got my Emmett, because Emmett and Elle are both individual people with individual hobbies, individual interests that come together and support each other and care about each other. Like the one doesn't need the other, and that is a healthy relationship. So Erin says flex. Oh, thanks, David. David posted my healthy relationship vlog. I totally forgot I made that. But like I said earlier, if there are other vlogs or tip videos or anything, we were talking about making one about online dating. And I don't know if we should kind of wait till Valentine's Day maybe to release that. But if you have any ideas, I will happily write them down right now. I will happily write down these ideas, whether they're just short tip things or whether they are longer things. I want to make sure that I'm producing content that helps you guys the most. So I think it's time to do the Snap Cup. So speaking of Legally Blonde, Snap Cup time, gather ye round, friends and foes together, united and bound. Pass it to your neighbor instead of blowing up, and you'll find harmony and love in a Snap Cup. So if you have any other snaps that you want to drop here in the chat, I'll try really hard for, yes, let's all record it for Edward. Thank you, Erin. Oh, got to change the amount here. We're at 25. We're halfway through. Come on, guys. Let's get the pledges up. Let's get the pledges up so we can help my friend and hopefully the elderly woman that we were talking about earlier. So I will try really hard to read snaps here in the comments as well. But like I said, highlight it if you need me to see it. Let's go. David Johnson, 4293 says, I've admitted to myself that I have a drinking problem, but I feel like this battle will have to be fought alone. My closest friend since 15 didn't have much to say when I admitted my problem. That made me feel even more alone. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. But now I know I got to do this for myself. For myself. Thank you, Amanda, for your support, even though you don't know me. Love you, lady. Big snaps for you for admitting to that. And I think that a lot of times when it comes to certain substances, they're so normalized that even if we say, hey, I'm drinking too much, or hey, I have this problem, people don't see it as problematic. They're, oh, it's no big deal. It's fine. It's just XYZ. You know when it's a big deal. You know when it's an issue. And our loved ones know too, sometimes, but they might not know how to approach it. But sometimes they really don't know. Sometimes they're going to think, well, I'm drinking every night. Why is that a problem for you? You know if it's a problem. And I'm very proud of you for admitting that. And you know, it doesn't have to be alone. I understand. The community understands. If you're needing people to talk to that get it, feel free to drop into the community or into the Discord, and we will do our best to support you. But I really respect that sometimes we do have to, I mean, we always have to do the work by ourselves. That's something we don't tend to think about is we can have support, but we have to do the work. We have to be the ones to do the work. But sometimes it is very helpful to have people that are, hey, I see this and I'm worried about you. I don't want you to do this. I don't want to see you go down this route, or I don't want to see you fall. I feel like I relate to that a lot. Like when I was using when I was using cocaine before, even when I OD'd, I felt like my partner just didn't really think it was a big deal, was just, oh, well, that's normal. So I was literally on the bathroom floor, like blood all over my shirt. And he later said, well, I just thought people got bloody notices from doing that. Like I was not even coherent. I was just kind of in this really bad place. I don't know how I made it, but his comes in as, well, do you need to go to the hospital or something? And it was so devastating because I felt so uncared for. And I feel like there were times where people knew that I was using something and nobody like said or did anything. And yeah, I can understand how that can make you feel alone, but I'm very proud of you for finding that strength in yourself and for being here in the community. So if you need us, we are here. You don't have to do it alone, but if you want to, I understand, respect that too. So I respect either way. The big snaps for you. Bye, Master Ganja. Okay, Steve Coronado says, my win is kind of a surprise. Like surprises. A surprise in the fact that I never had these thoughts ever. I was having thoughts of giving up completely. Well, that's not a happy surprise. I'm disappointed that it even occurred to me that this was an option. Don't be disappointed. It crosses our minds. My favorite saying for almost a decade is just because I went to rehab doesn't mean I'm a quitter, which is all the more surprising that the thoughts occurred at all. Obviously, I'm still here. I'm as upbeat as ever. I call it a momentary reason. I think we all have those kind of just passing suicidal ideations sometimes where I don't even think it's we don't want to be here or anything like that. It's just, I mean, what if? What if I just pushed the button? What if I just took the one pill, like the red pill? What if? And I'm very happy that you came through that. Oh, much love to everyone from me in Peoria, Arizona. Hey, we're practically neighbors. You're right up the street from me, not literally, but you're a hop, skip, and a jump over there. But big snaps to you for realizing where you're at and kind of moving to get through that moment. But those thoughts, here's the thing: is when we have thoughts like this, it's not. I'm going to relate it to an experience I had back in 2019 when I was in France and I was having looping panic attacks. It's not that I had one long panic attack for an extended period of time. It's that I was having one after another after another. So it's not like we're always having this thought when we're in that dark place. It's that we have that thought and then something happens that triggers that thought and then something happens, and it can seem like it's constant because we're having those perpetual triggers, or we're having a lot of situations come up that are bringing that up into the forefront of our mind. But it is a passing thing, and when we can, without judgment, say, you know what, I did have a thought, I did have that thought, and there it goes. Just allow it to pass like a cloud in the sky. That's a thought. I mean, sometimes you can literally just say, that's a thought. You get, 60,000 thoughts a day. Doesn't have to be relevant, doesn't have to mean anything. I have some pretty crazy dark thoughts. I have some pretty crazy weird thoughts, but it doesn't have to mean anything. Don't assign relevance to it. Big snaps to you. Jamun 1982 says, not a win yet. Someone who I was interested in went on a handful of dates with, and I've known for over a year. It has ended, so it seems. I'm going to do my best to keep busy and focus on me again. I'm not going to let my mind run wild with how or why and sink into that abyss again. Big snaps, because I know, dang it, snap. I know that can be so difficult, as we were saying, because oftentimes we try to base our worth on whether or not we're in a relationship, or sorry, my neck was hurting, or whether or not we have a job, or whatever the case is. We try and define ourselves by these things. And I'm glad that you're seeing that you are still amazing. You are still you're still able and empowered to do all of these things. So big snaps for you. Got about 18 minutes left. CNCat443 says, I finally went to counseling for help. Big snaps to you. I hope that you find the insights that you're looking for. I hope they help you find those answers in yourself and help you move toward healing. So big snaps to you for taking that very important step. Jake Smith says, I have cut down on eating out. I haven't eaten restaurant food since November 7th. Love it, because it has become a huge money waster. Yeah. That air fryer I got is a lifesaver. Big snaps. Number one, it is way healthier to eat at home. And number two, yeah, it's way cheaper. I know it's not easy, especially if you live a busy life. But I'm not saying don't ever treat yourself, but if you're eating 3 meals out, especially if it's fast food, that's going to affect your mental health. It's going to affect your physical health, obviously, but it's going to affect your mental health as well. I mean, most people don't even think about that if we're eating these processed foods that don't have any real nutrients, and protein is not the only nutrient you need. It's important, but it's not the only thing you need. Then it's going to affect you. It's going to come up as symptoms of anxiety and an inability to deal with stress and depression symptoms. That's just how our bodies work. So big snaps to you. For some reason my back hurts really bad. David can't be the only pledge today. David can't be the only amazing person. Oh, and Aaron. David and Aaron can't be the only two people today. I really do want to be able to help her. So, gotta stretch a little bit. I'm feeling really stiff today. Started doing yoga on Wednesday nights because my one of the yoga instructors that had trained me, who I look up to as a mentor, started doing Wednesday classes in the park, and I'm really loving it. But now I'm sitting here going, did I not do yoga today? Because I don't think I did, because I'm feeling very stiff, and I need it. I need it for my brain. Crazy Hawk says, I kept fighting for myself even during a brutal flashback and people trying to overrun my boundaries. I felt like relapse or drinking several times. I think that's supposed to be drinking or drugs. I'm not sure which, because it's blurred out several times, but I held on, and I managed to help people even in the depths of my pain. A feat I am truly proud of. I can beat this. Yes, you can. I'm very proud of you too, Snaps, for, fighting your demons that were telling you, hey, this is a good idea, because, hey, spoiler alert, it's not a good idea. So big snaps to you for seeing through their lies and for helping people. I know that can be very difficult, when we're in our own place, to be able to reach out and help people. But like we were talking about earlier, sometimes it's very helpful. So big snaps to you for that. And one last snap for the mentality of, you can't beat this. You very much can. We all have the capacity. We all have the same ability to learn the skills. We might not all have the same privileges, but we can all learn the same skills to overcome these things. BC67 says, lately, I've noticed an improvement in my ability to more quickly step away from people and situations that aren't healthy for me, instead of investing an unhealthy amount of time and energy trying to change things I cannot change. Yes. Yes. That makes me so happy. I've had to step away from some people too. So big snaps to you. I know that is a very daunting path, a very daunting journey in figuring out, how do I do that? How do I stick with it? But it's good for you. When you need to move away from someone, either you've outgrown them or they're just making decisions that aren't good for your mental health. So big snaps to you for getting away from those people and those situations and moving toward your best self, your best life. So you're not investing in a healthy amount of time and energy trying to change things. Here's the thing, is there's a lot of situations we can't change. There's a lot of situations in my life right now I wish I could change. And I desperately, 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 desperately wish I could change. But I can't. And I'm here. And I'm trying to focus on the things I can for now, and we can definitely try to persuade things in our favor. I am a list person, so I'll always say, okay, what are my issues? How can I address these? Can I address these? I think a really good tip is to make a list of all of the things in your life that are stressing you out or bothering you. Just make a list of everything in your life. Now go through and cross out all those things that you have no power or control over. So if it's something that you just have no control whatsoever over, cross it off. But if it's something that you do have control over, then you can just make a little note next to it and say, okay, what options do I have? Or what would be the action steps I can take to move things in my direction, in the direction that I want to go. So that's something that I sometimes do. Like I said, I'm a list person. Bye, Jake. Get some sleep. Good night. Paradog says, not so much of a win, but I found out I'm going to be a grandfather. That's exciting. That's a big win. What are you talking about? Big snaps for you. That's a big win. Congratulations. Any other wins that I should share here? I love our wins. I love our snap cup. Donald says, I started taking the Serenity Prayer literally. It changed my approach to life. Yeah, it really does. And you don't have to be a person of faith to reflect on that. I'm not, and I still find a lot of value in it. I still find a lot of value in Sermon on the Mount and other things from Christianity and other faiths, even though I'm not a believer myself. So we have about 10 more minutes. If we do start getting a donation chain, I will definitely stay a little bit longer. But right now we have about 10 more minutes. So if you have any other wins or anything, please let me know. Henry says, that's good, bro, talking to Cornbread. Keep it going and stay strong, not only for people you love, but for yourself. Yep. Oh my gosh, yeah, Cornbread just says it's been 3 weeks sober. Well, big snaps for you. I almost missed that snap, but it is totally understandable. Let me ask, have the feelings been getting harder? Has the struggle been getting more intense since you quit? Because if so, you're moving in the right direction, because the exact same thing happened to me when I went into recovery for cocaine over 5 years ago. Things got worse, way worse, like so much worse before they got better. Oh, thank you, David. Can you moonwalk? No, I'm in sweatpants right now. I didn't put real pants on. No, I cannot moonwalk. I think David just missed trying to see me do dances and stuff. So that's one of the things, if you pledge, I will try. I will try. I don't know if you can see my feet. Like, I have no idea how to actually do that. Like, I can move my feet back and that's about it. I think Erin can do it. Erin, you want to come up here and show everybody how to moonwalk? Because I don't know how to do this. I know that it's kind of just moving one foot back. Somebody walk me through this. It's like moving one foot back. Erin, come give me a lesson. Come give me lessons for David's $10. So here we go. We had 35, and then Raven said, I hope this helps your friend. Thank you so much. Like I said, she doesn't deserve any of this. She's such a good person. I just found out how bad it was today, actually. So I have to do math. So we're at 85. So we're a little under halfway. I will definitely stay. It'll be rough with my knee. Erin, you're breaking my balls here, man. You're breaking my balls. See, I can't do any dancing. So it's something about, I don't know. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, my feet are dirty. I don't know why my feet are so dirty, but at least you make me laugh. I'm probably making everyone like either laugh or cringe or beat their head against a wall right now. David's wishing Erin good luck. Yes, Erin has knee surgery tomorrow. So first it was wrist, now it's knee. Poor kid is just broken all around. Yes, thank you, Raven. It will be a very big help for her. Drag your flat foot. Okay, so I'm dragging the wrong foot. Is that it? I'm dragging the wrong foot. So I should be dragging this foot. I don't know how to do both. So I guess you're supposed to drag this foot while putting that foot up. Okay. So I think I kind of did it. I think I kind of did one foot. Oh, here we go.
Hi.
You have real pants on. Okay.
These aren't good shoes for it either, but
Everybody just got a view of your hand.
sorry. You have to put your foot up, and you have to drag your flat foot, and then you rotate it back.
At least you didn't hurt my boys here. If you would have hurt Joey, it would have beat you.
Stand up to the side.
Okay.
There's not enough room. I can't
There's
really see
really
it.
not. It's rough.
You have to drag. These are really bad shoes.
You can do it.
Because they're really soft soles, but I woke Ricky up.
Can you moonwalk, Ricky? Come here, Ricky. Ricky goes, what are y'all trying to do right now? Ricky boy, did we scare you?
All right. I've served my purpose.
Did we scare you, Ricky? He was over there sleeping and our ruckus woke him up. Okay. So one foot up. Kind of. I did it! I did it! I think I did it! Did I do it, David? I think I did it. The A for effort. Yay! David says thank you, Erin. Okay, Gavin. Yeah, I remember. I didn't recognize your screen name on here, so I remember you on Facebook. I think we scared everyone away. Poor Ricky. Ricky's a very good boy. Oh, look. Do you see the nuzzles? I love you too, buddy. I love you. David's laughing so hard. Oh, look at Ricky. Look at him snuggling. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. I will definitely stay on a little bit longer. Raven, you're so sweet. We adore you. Everyone is laughing. Laughter is the best medicine, except Ricky. Ricky's not laughing. Ricky's growling at me. I don't know if you guys could hear him, but he's definitely growling at me. You're fine. Yeah, y'all saw me in sweatpants today. I am in sweatpants on the internet now. That is a thing. Oh my gosh. I just realized that your dad wanted me to make a list too for Bryson. I've been there's the little things that I've been doing this week. Like I started putting these inspirational stickers on my laptop for school just to kind of keep my spirits up. Because I think sometimes it is just little things or strangely enough, I found this lip plumper. It's cruelty-free like lip plumper gloss. And I don't care really about it being plumping, but it creates this tingling sensation, which makes me feel like I have to be mindful. So it's a moment of mindfulness. Aaron doesn't think so, but it's mindful for me. My laptop isn't covered in ink only because nobody sent me any NSYNC stickers. I mean, I probably have some somewhere, but hi, Ryan. Raven said I laughed and had hot coffee come out my nose. I hope your nose is okay. I'm not liable if things come out your nose. Yeah, we did knock things over. The truth is this man, what? Oh, something got deleted. Lip plumper, is that a thing? It's such a scam. It's such a scam. It doesn't actually, do my lips look any plumper right now than they did 30 seconds ago? I don't think they do. I think it's total scam. It says, Amanda has spicy lipstick that burns me. Weenie. I don't dance 4 left feet. What kind of mutant are you? You have 4 feet. This is pretty good moonwalk there, Aaron. Sure would have been better with more room. Yeah, the poor kid has to get knee surgery in the morning and we don't have a lot of room in this office. So I've seen him though. I can't dance either. Oh, thank you. Donald says, don't stop 5 minutes before the miracle happens. The past is not your destination. You had to go there to get yourself here. Try every day. That is so beautiful. Thank you very much. So we're at 105 with the goal of 250. I'm trying to pull the lid off the rock. So 105, right? Yeah. I was doing this, trying to pull the lid off. Thank you so much, Donald. I feel like you've just been lurking here, just waiting to drop your wisdom. Thank you so much. It's very true. I feel like there have been many times in my life where, and I had made this into a vlog of the things I would have missed had I jumped, where if I would have lost that battle, there's so many things that I wouldn't have gotten to experience. And they were pretty darn amazing things, like Aaron. They were pretty amazing things, like getting to be close with the Bischoffs, like getting to go camping with Jamie Bennington, like watching this community grow. There's been so many things that I wouldn't have got to experience, and I made a whole vlog about it. But right now, so I changed the video, the main trailer thing on the channel to the I Hate the Holidays vlog because it's pretty much the same every year. I had made it last year, but it's pretty much the same every year. I try to find joy and stuff. It's not like I'm just sitting here being a Grinch, but the holidays come with their own challenges for me, and that's okay. And it's okay if you don't like them. And it's okay if they're stressful. They don't have to be anything. That's what I realized the last couple of years is they don't have to be anything. They don't have to mean anything. Raven says, I might miss next month's Zoom call. I have friends coming for the holidays. Wait. No! I can't go on like this. I just can't let you miss the Zoom call. Okay, now I'm just being really soap opera dramatic, but I thought that would make David laugh too. Fortunately, I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. David or Donald says, "Me too. The most amazing parts of my life." Yeah, you can go back. You can go back and watch that video. It's one of my favorite videos, honestly, that I made because I just did a journal entry of all the things that I would have missed. David says, "My dance is the South Goth head bob." Isn't it just kind of like? Isn't that what they do? Kind of like Nye at the Roxbury. Or no, they're sideways when they do it, so it's totally. I mean, yeah. Laugh only when the towel hit the floor. Oh my gosh, I should do that. Next stream, just for fun, just for funsies, I should bring up one of my soap opera novels or one of the or like 50 Shades of Grey or something, which I never finished. I own it, but I never finished it. Unless I gave it away. I might have given it away. I don't know. But should just come up and read pieces of that. Oh, that's right. They switched sides, David says. So it's like, I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen that episode, but I do know what you're talking about. This says, yes, Amanda, you have to make him do it. Master Ganja says, I was a paratrooper in the army. Now if I tried to jump, I'd get stuck in midair. Like those airplanes on the glitch. I had another glitch today, guys. Okay, so if you haven't checked it out, I had a really freaky glitch in the Matrix the other day that I posted on the shorts section here on the channel, right? Forgot to tell you guys about this. Hello, Cornelius. Thank you. I have to tell you guys about this. I'm going to post the video. I actually made a video about it, but I didn't want to post multiple shorts in one day because I like to kind of space them out. So y'all are getting a sneak peek right now because this happened to me this morning. So Demon Dog came with a buddy. So there's two dogs. There's a male and a female. And there was a blue bowl and a pink bowl. And again, there's going to be video evidence of this on the shorts part of this channel, so stay tuned. But there's a pink bowl and a blue bowl, right? So I put dog food in the blue bowl, and then I pick the pink bowl up so that I can put dog food in and move it to the other side of the room so the dogs aren't trying to eat next to each other. So I pick the bowl up. There's only a blue bowl left. So for sure, only a blue bowl left. I'm looking down. Pink bowl is in my hand. And I put the pink bowl over here. I put dog food in it. I turn around. I come back. The pink bowl is by the blue bowl. Like, I double take. No, the pink bowl's over there because the dog's eating it up. We don't have a pink bowl like that. And I mean, the bowls could have been stacked, but the bowl was in my hand and there was not a pink bowl on the floor. So I had some kind of weird replication glitch thing going on. Freaked me out. So that's the second crazy glitch that's happened to me in the last couple of weeks. So I don't know if we're slipping between universes or what's going on, but it definitely freaked me out. I love that Surreal Cornbread is showing gratitude toward our service members here. Hey, Spencer. Okay, so I know that we had the wins, but with Thanksgiving coming up, I want everyone to drop here in the chat one thing that they're grateful for, and it has to be something unique. So we're all grateful for our family and our friends in the community, but let's say like one kind of random thing that we're grateful for. So I want to see those so we can kind of start winding down with that. So we can start winding down with some. Yeah, nobody else. Aaron, it's supposed to be a unique gratitude, you butt face. Oh, CP368 says, I'm grateful for having a fully paid for house. I love it. Master Gong just says the opportunity to watch football in a food coma. That's good gratitude. Cornelius is grateful for their work. BC67 says, I'm grateful for talented, caring mental health practitioners. Yes, I'm grateful for that too. Jordan says, I'm grateful I made it through the last round of layoffs at work. I'm happy that you still have a job, but if you don't, you're still amazing and you'll get through. I'm grateful to be toward the end of the semester because while it's been fun, I'm just kind of looking forward to taking a few weeks and not making content and not doing homework and just recalibrating a little. So I'm grateful that I'm able to do that. I'm grateful that I'm able to take off most of December and just kind of recalibrate and stuff. I think it's going to be very good for me. And then I will come back and y'all are going to be, whoa, what happened to her? Either I'm going to come back and I'm going to chop my hair into a pixie cut and dyed it pink, or I'm going to come back like, rah, let's go, let's make content. And you're just going to have content every day for 6 months. Let's see. Last says, I got an 11-12 at my new semester. Awesome. Spencer says, grateful to be just here and get through everything. Yes. Yes. Of course, Les. David says, I'm grateful for my South African rheumatologist that chews out my cheap insurance to get me the medication I need. Love it. Cornelius, meditation and yoga. Cyril Cornbird says, I'm grateful for my alone time when my wife is at work. Alone time is very important. John Bubba says, grateful this year is almost done. Hopefully next year I'll be in Texas till the day I croak. Hopefully, I just need things. No big deal. Not a lot to ask. I just need everything to go my way next year. That's all. I just need all of the things I want next year. I mean, is that so much to ask? Brian Robinson says, oddly grateful for my demons made me look at life differently. Hey, I'm grateful for my shadow. I used to fight her. I used to hate her. And there's times where, there's times like this with all of my loved ones, even with Aaron or Bryson or my best friends, where I'm going, you know what? I love you, but I don't like you right now. Or I love you, but I need to love you from over there. And there's times where I don't like my shadow, but I do love her for what she's given me. Specifically, hi, Adolfo. It's okay that you came late. Specifically, I live with borderline personality disorder, and I know firsthand the challenge, but a lot of people that I talk to that also have this disorder, that are also living with this, it's, well, I'm crazy or I'm worthless, or they have all these terrible things to say about themselves. And I really try and redirect that to, yes, I do have very intense emotions, but with the very intense, uncomfortable emotions also comes very intense, happy emotions. So number one, when I get excited about something, my whole entire world lights up. It's not, oh, cool, I get to go to an NSYNC concert, which, oh my God, please let them have a concert. Please let them have a reunion concert. Like, whoever I have to pray to make that happen. But it's not like, oh, cool, that'll be fun. It's like, if you don't believe me, go watch my NSYNC reaction. But it also means that because of those intense emotions, I also love really intensely. So it's not like I can just kind of love someone. I'm head over heels in love with them. And I tend to be very, very dedicated and very, very extra in relationships and friendships. And even, people here that I've never met in my life, I want to help all of you, and I want to love all of you, and I want you to feel smothered in my love right now. Tell me that didn't sound creepy. Oh my gosh, the last day of the year is 123 123. I did not realize that, but you are right. That's crazy. David says, I am grateful the world is large enough that I can find something new each day to learn. I love learning new things. I was just watching an interview. It was a Duolingo interview of all things, but it was Malala who survived getting shot by the Taliban, and she won the Nobel Peace Prize a few years ago for her work in providing education, specifically for girls and women. And she was talking about how much she loves just all of these different apps and stuff that bring the learning opportunity to everyone, that make it possible for everyone to learn. It was very interesting to listen to. I really love her. I really look up to her. Cyril Cornbird says, I'm also grateful for everyone that helped me tonight. We're grateful you're still here. And I hope that we lifted your spirits just 0.0001%. I hope you can feel all of my love and mwah, on all the love of the community. Donald says, I'm grateful that I was able to recognize all my shortfalls and work on them. I'm grateful that those I love the most, my wife and family, realized this, and I'm grateful it changed them as well. You know, everybody has shortfalls, and I think the ability to pinpoint them and work on them is the difference between someone who is going to falter and someone who's going to soar. Let's see. Spencer says, also grateful for coming across your YouTube channel at the moment I needed it the absolute most. Thank you. I'm glad I could be here. Maven says, the main thing I'm most grateful for is meeting you in the wolf pack. I'm very grateful to have you here, Raven. And Jordan says, Amanda, you should do a version of Drinks with Tom Atkins, but with coffee or tea options for those who don't drink alcohol. It'd be a fun fan meet and greet. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do alcohol here in the community out of respect for everyone that's in recovery. But I mean, I can do this. I had talked about this yesterday in the Patreon stream, but I just found this a couple nights ago and decided to try it. It only has 1 gram of sugar, so it's a chocolate brownie. I swear it tastes like the love child of Cocoa Puffs and Lucky Charms. It is flipping amazing. So I'll have to do coffee or tea because of the caffeine, but this has 12 grams of sugar. It is amazing. I love it. I am definitely going to do it again. And no, I'm not sponsored by these people. I'm just kind of in love with it. David says, I'm proud and happy you stayed through the full chat here, Surreal Cornbread. Me too. Master Conscious is grateful for my Philadelphia Eagles and my fellow Eagles fans. We call our group the Kaleidoscope. So we're all human. We come together to hang out and root for our Eagles. That's cute. Rolando says they made a movie about, I'm presuming you're talking about Malala. Yeah, I saw it, it was pretty okay. I saw it on a flight. I mean, it was more like, it was a documentary, and I would have actually really liked to see it as a movie. I mean, it was interesting, and I watched it, and I enjoyed it, but I would have much more enjoyed to see a movie so I could have, felt the emotions and felt what she felt, because she can tell her story, and it's very powerful, but I just feel like it would have been more powerful had I been able to see that. Wow, Master Conscious says I quit drinking when my oldest son was born and haven't had a drop of booze in 20 years. Nick says, beyond choir, I'm grateful for music. It has saved my life more than once. Yeah, music is huge. David says, I am grateful for Chester and Lincoln Park for keeping Amanda around to help and love us. I'm very grateful for Chester. Oh, wow, Master Ganja, today is the 20th anniversary. Well, happy anniversary. Happy recovery-versary. John Bubba says, congrats, 20 years is rougher than a sandpaper thong. Yeah, I'm only like a quarter of that so far in here. Oh, Spencer is a Packers fan, must be calling our Eagles fan in here out. Calling Ganja out. That's funny. Oh, lasted 19 months clean thanks to this channel. You can't make me cry in the last few minutes of this. I'm very happy for you, and snaps to you too. Jesse Fowler says, hey, man, I just rewatched Lone Survivor and a vet with PTSD. I wonder what's your input on women in combat units. I fully support women in combat units if that's what they want to do. If that is the path that they want to take, I think that women are just as capable as men for participating in that. So I'm fully in support. It's not something that I would ever do, but I'm fully in support. Oh, now we have a Buccaneers fan. Y'all, don't be killing each other over sports in my chat here. David says, I'm grateful for Amanda's parents. They raise a strong woman who doesn't quit and is proud and brave. She passes on her parents' love to us. Y'all are going to make me cry in the last few minutes of this chat. And I swear, yeah, y'all have to pledge like $5 for every tear here, right? Thank you. I love Aaron's perspective. A bullet from a girl hurts just as much as a bullet from a guy. You're not wrong. Brian Robinson says, today's live stream notification popped up and something told me to watch, and someone who is struggling is less than 15 miles away. Things happen for a reason. Surreal Cornbread, I'll be in touch. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. If you guys end up connecting, let me know. I want pictures and a story. John Bowie says, I must respectfully disagree. Men only on a biological level. Men have stronger bone and muscle density for combat. That's fine. We can disagree. We can disagree. Oh my gosh. We're disagreeing with people on the internet and nobody's killing each other or flaming each other here in the comments. I feel like obviously on a biological level, men do have advantages, but that doesn't mean that women can't be efficient on the battlefield. So I fully secede that men can have biological advantages, but I don't think that that means that a woman is incapable of providing something positive, something helpful to the combat teams. Because when you think about it, you can have and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you can have like a scrawny guy and a stronger guy, and they're both very valuable to their team, or they both can be very valuable to their team. And I think their team will kind of put people where they can be most effective, you know? So I agree with you that they can have those benefits, but I still believe that they can be valuable. But I don't want to argue politics either. So it's fine. We disagree. That's okay. Spencer says, grateful for the good tunes to be blessed with that put me in my spot, especially heavy screaming stuff. See, it's so funny. Isn't it funny that Spencer is saying, I love the heavy screaming stuff. And I'm saying, man, NSYNC makes me so happy, or Linkin Park makes me so happy, you know? So I feel like, I mean, even one person, I can be really happy listening to an old school country song that makes me think of my parents, or of NSYNC, or of Linkin Park. You know, there's so many different things that we can enjoy. So trying to find our niche is important. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Here's to half a tier. Thank you. So we are at 107. So you didn't quite make halfway. Let's see if we can make halfway. I'm trying to hold out here. But yeah. David says the violence on here won't start until I speak negatively on NSYNC, but that won't happen because nobody is dumb enough to do that against the NSYNC fangirl who is studying forensics and knows how to cover up a crime scene. Like, nobody's that dumb. Cornflakes is not going to happen, David. See? Oh, gosh. That's funny. Oh, I love it. Cornbread is connecting on Facebook with some of our cubs here, some of our peeps. See, Spencer knows what's good for him. You throw some love for NSYNC. Is that a heart I can do? Can I do that? Oops. Oh, I can make hearts. I didn't know I could make little hearts. Oh, you guys are gonna have to deal with that a lot now. Look at that. I can make hearts. Do you see them here on the screen? I've never done that, so I made a heart. Instagram just says, if the world was the same, it would be a boring place. Kindness, just do it. Yes, I love, one of my favorite channels is Dead Meat, the kill counts over on Dead Meat, and he always ends the videos with be good people, and I kind of agree with that. Just do it. Just be good people. VC67 says, I've had moments of gratitude for what caused me so much distress in life. It opened the door to a deeper level of self-examination and some really great literature on human psychology. Yes. Spencer says, can't wait to get back into counseling. Yeah, when does your counseling recommence, Spencer? I've been doing, so a little update while we're seeing if we can hit our halfway mark. Little update is I've been continuing those EMDR sessions, and they actually are proving to be pretty helpful. I oftentimes will be at a higher number at the end of my session. So when you go into it, they bring up the target memory and you give a number between 1 and 10 of where you are with that target memory. And then at the end, you give it again. And at the end of the session, I'm almost always higher, not lower. But as the day goes on, I'm almost always a lower number than I was because it takes time to kind of process through the stuff. But I have found that I'm moving in the right direction. But man, healing is a process, and there's just certain trauma triggers that I have and certain things that are really difficult for me that I'm trying to work through. So David says arguments can be moments to learn and grow if you let them be. Yeah. Oh, good. Spencer says hopefully next week and make a fun call. Yes. All right, so it looks like we got all of our gratitude, about 107 of our 250 goal. But thank you guys so much. Every little bit will help. Even this, even if it wasn't our goal, it's still going to be very, very helpful for this woman and her children who are just in a bad place right now and need some help. I know what it's like to be in a bad place. I know what it's like to feel like you have to escape a situation. And I am very happy that we can in any way help her through this and help her do that. So thank you for that. Okay, let's see. Trevor says, looking for advice on how to be a better partner. Oh, for an autistic girlfriend that's still in a spot of having meltdowns. I found you as I keep searching this topic. So I'm not an expert on autism. I actually think that my best friend would be much better suited because she lives with it. She doesn't live with it, but her son has autism. I'm not an expert in it, but I can speak on the aspect of, I know one of the big triggers for autistic people is feeling very overstimulated. So creating an environment where, you said girlfriend, right? Yes, girlfriend, where your girlfriend can have peace and where she can have an environment, an area, or even just a specific time where she can kind of decompress, of just be in the moment and be mindful. And sometimes that may be, okay, we're just going to put on some headphones and listen to some relaxing music. But I know that if they're feeling very stressed out and they can't move through that stress, and I mean, this is true for everybody, but it's especially sensitive for individuals with autism, that they can get very overstimulated. So lights can feel very bright, or sounds can just be very jarring in that moment. So being able that if she is having an attack, if she is going into that dysregulation, that you're like, okay, let's turn the lights down, let's try and turn off a TV or anything and get things as quiet as possible. If you are in a public place, to say you're at the store and she starts to get overstimulated or overwhelmed, just being willing to go outside and take a few breaths with her, make sure that she knows that she's the priority, that it's not, well, we need to get our grocery shopping done, we need to get this done, well, let's just, get through it. No, like, take a moment and help her outside and just talk to her, even if it means sitting down in the middle of the grocery store aisle. Trust me, things like that mean everything to a person who's struggling, that they just want to know that they're protected and cared and loved for. So I think that that's probably the most valuable piece of advice. I don't know how valuable that is to you, or obviously the dynamic of your relationship, but really asking her when she has a dysregulation episode like that, ask her what it is she's feeling, what it is she's thinking, and you can even ask her what it is she's needing, so that way you can try and meet those needs, because it's really the same, or it's very similar with a borderline dysregulation episode, where it's a matter of your core needs aren't being met. So those needs that we have as humans, these needs that we have, these safety needs. So that's the second tier from the bottom. That's the second most important tier on Maslow's hierarchy of needs chart, is that those safety needs. So that love and and belonging is the third one. So the safety, and then the love and belonging. And when we can meet those, and those might be different for someone who's on the spectrum, but when we can meet those, it creates a much stronger bond. Brian, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I saw that out in the corner of my eye, and thank you so much. You're right. Wolves never fight alone. Wolves howl together, ducks fly together. I love it. So we're at 117. Oh my gosh, stop revving your engines. Yeah, if something like that is going on with someone who is on the spectrum, put headphones on them. Just give them some nice meditation music or something very peaceful. It's very helpful. There you go. Cornelia says, I have Asperger's syndrome and ADHD. Oh my gosh, we got so far behind. Trevor says, thank you. I hope that helps. I hope that was helpful to you. I can connect you with my friend. I think she could give you some advice too. I think at the end of the day, just understanding that everyone has individual needs. And I mean, interestingly, when you have a disorder like with BPD, one of my big needs is a security. I have to feel secure because I have a stronger fear of abandonment than most people. So, I mean, it even happens with the community. It's not just a partner or a friend. A lot of times I'm thinking, well, what if I post this and they really don't like me? And then I lose my community. And then I hate myself because I've hurt somebody or offended somebody. You know, I like validation. I like reassurance, you know? So for someone who is on the spectrum, obviously it's going to be a different need, but it's finding that need, meeting that need. And it's like someone with ADHD too. My son has ADHD, and someone like that, it can just be they need different skills to focus, or they need to have time to do the things that they can hyper focus on, or they might need different accommodations, and that's totally okay. We all need different accommodations. Oh, David had done another one. So we're at 1:23. Oh my gosh, guys, we're almost halfway. We're almost halfway. We got to get there now. Now I'm going to stay forever because we're almost halfway. Okay, Jonathan Lethman says, why should I wake up in the morning? So that you can have a better day than yesterday. So that you can go out one day, a long time from now, on your terms. You should wake up in the morning. You should get up in the morning because you deserve to know what it's like to wake up and be excited for the day. You deserve to know what it's like to be happy and to be fulfilled, because you don't deserve to go out questioning things like that. You don't deserve to go out feeling the way you feel right now. And I know how you feel right now. I don't know how you feel, but I can relate to how you feel right now because I've questioned that many times. There were so many times, and even this year, like I've been doing pretty good for the last few years. There's a few big situations in my life that have been very challenging, particularly financial ones and health ones, but there've been some situations. But I remember 5.5 years ago, like literally every single day, I waked up and oh my God. I woke up and I just said, oh my God, I can't do this again. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? And I started looking at life like a video game. I should make a sure about this. I started looking at life like a video game where it was, you know what? Today, I'm probably going to have to go into the dungeon. I'm probably going to have to face some stupid dark nuts. Probably be the water temple. It's going to be this ridiculous dungeon that I don't want to deal with. It's got a bunch of puzzles that I don't want to do, and a bunch of monsters that I don't want to fight, and a boss that I don't feel equipped for. But it's okay to leave the dungeon and to go find some other items and to talk to some other townspeople and to build up your experience points until you can come back and go in the dungeon again. It's okay to take some time off, but you get up in the morning because you can look at the day as an adventure. You can look at it as something that can be overcome. Right now, it doesn't have to be something that's enjoyed. It can be something that at the end of the day, you go, you know what? I did really good today. I maybe it was just you read a book while you were laying in bed. You read a book, or you did something to make yourself laugh, or maybe you just did some yoga stretches in bed. There's always something that you can do to just take one step in the right direction, one step toward your healing. Always, always, always. Aaron says our neighbors are really loud. My barking dogs too. I'm looking forward to the sound of silence. Well played. Cartax says, Trevor, something that may help her with sensory overload. They help me in intense situations. Maybe the loop earplugs. Really super helpful. That's awesome. Thank you for that suggestion. John Bowen says, Amanda, I gladly take the neighbors with a car shop if you'll take mine having a shootout every week, and I'm sick to death of hearing bullets whiz past my home. That sounds terrifying. Yikes. Oh, thanks, David. David dropped the I can't get out of bed vlog I did for Jonathan, because there's days where you just don't want to do anything, and that's okay. I hope that helped. I hope that gave you some energy, some power. Brian says the last day I thought about ending it, I found Amanda's group. Thank you. Donald says, I know how you feel. I don't know what you feel. That's good at putting it. Thank you. Surreal Cornbread says, everyone that helped me gave me hope that I needed to make a better future for myself. Well, you better be here a few months from now to tell us all about it. Like here in the chat. Obviously, you're still going to be here. I know you'll still be here, but be here in the chat and tell us all about it when you get to the other side. Hey, Tyler. It's been a long weekend with a crazy dog and butthead neighbors, but I'm here. We are $2 short of hitting our goal. Come on, guys. $2 short of hitting our goal. I can't leave when it's $2 short. I'm sorry, of the halfway, not of our goal, but of the halfway. Did that just make a bubble? I felt a bubble. That was weird. Surreal says I will be. Good. Bye, Raven. And also, your wings aren't broken. Just so you know. It is human nature for most of us to reach out a hand to help others, David says. Okay. You would just make me crazy. Oh, Sad says, hi, Amanda. Didn't know you live stream. Yep, I'm here every 2 weeks. So every other Sunday at 4 p.m. And it's just to talk about our mental health, check in, share our wins, share our struggles, answer questions pertaining to mental health. If you guys have any suggestions for videos, like I was saying in the beginning, other than reactions, I already have a pretty long reaction list. But if you have requests for other videos that you'd like to see, if you want me to talk more about certain experiences, just let me know what other type of content you want to see so I can accommodate. So you can either email me, you can drop a message on Instagram, you can drop a message in the comments here on the streams. I see those a lot quicker than I see the ones for videos, because the ones for videos can get kind of crazy. As you can see, the video I posted yesterday has like 15,000 views, so I can't keep up with all the comments immediately, but let me know in whatever way you can what kind of content you'd like to see more of other than just the reactions. I will still be doing the reactions, but I want to branch out to other stuff as well. Thank you, David. David did $3, so we're at 126, so I'm not going to go nuts. I'm not going to go crazy. Let me double check and make sure that there was no other donations in PayPal before we get off here, before I call it. So no, okay. So yep, we made it to our halfway, yay! And I will let you know on the next live stream. I'll update you on her status and where we're at, and if we need more help, if we need anything specific. So thank you guys very much for supporting the community and supporting the mental health of complete strangers. I love it. Thank you. There's Mick. Where were you? You weren't here. Now I want to stay and talk stabby stab with you. I'm just kidding. You can go back and check out the beginning if you weren't here, and it'll tell you what it's going for this week. Donald says, doing my part, never forget, if not today, tomorrow. I love you guys. So we're at 156 out of the 250 goal. Thank you guys very much. It really will mean a lot to her to know that she has support, because she's feeling very isolated right now too, and obviously very scared. I'd be terrified. So might have to tell her to go wait in the truck. We'll see how this goes. Yes, you guys really are helping. You really, really are. You have no idea. David says to Jonathan, I feel good too knowing I made a difference. I have found it so comforting to know my existence has purpose by being there for others. You know, I kind of have a messiah complex that I want to help everything and everyone all the time. And it's both a source of great joy for me, because when I get to, put that package together for the elderly woman that we helped last time, when I get to help my friend, it's an amazing feeling, but it's also a source for so much anxiety, because this week I'm sitting here going into Thanksgiving. I'm vegan, so there's a lot of anxiety around Thanksgiving, because for me, it's just very difficult as an empath, it's very difficult to think, oh, there's all this suffering. I do that all the time with everything. Like, I'm like, there are people in Israel suffering right now, and there are animals suffering right now, and there are women suffering right now, and there are children suffering right now, and I feel all of it all the time at the exact same time. It's so overwhelming. Thank you, Mick. Nick just pledged another 20. Thank you so much. I was talking to Aaron the other day that I want to pardon a turkey, and then I want to pardon a piggy, and then I'm just going to wind up with a whole farm in our little tiny backyard. But I feel like Aaron fully accepts that one day he's just going to wake up to a baby pig and a baby goat and 17 dogs and a cow. Will you help me love on the cow, Ricky? Will you help me? Yeah, David's right. Better to help one person instead of none at all. This is actually one of my favorite little stories. There's a kid that's walking down the beach and he's picking up the starfish and throwing them back in the ocean. And this old man walks by and he says, "Why are you doing that? It's not like you're making a difference." And the kid, without missing a beat, picks up another starfish, throws it back and said, "I made a difference to that one." And that's something that I always think about, that I had a Druid friend when I lived in California who he was talking about how he had a Messiah complex too. We were talking about it. And he said, "I remember this time when he was a teacher. He said, when I was teaching, I was in school, and there was this one kid that I just could not get through to, and I didn't know what to do. And I went to one of my colleagues and I said, there's this one kid that just really needs help, and I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like I've been able to help all these other kids. I can't help this one kid." And the guy goes, "One, are you kidding me? Like, you have this Messiah complex and you have to understand you can't help them all. Some of them are just fucktards." And it's not true. But it was just so funny because this kid was choosing not to make positive decisions for himself. And then the teacher was driving himself crazy trying to figure out, how do I get through to him? How do I help him? And the point is you can only help so much. Obviously, you can find better ways of saying it. You can only help so much and so many people. We're only one. But hopefully, I'm kind of trying to plan out a little better to grow the channel and to grow the Instagram community and stuff so that we can do more, so that we can help more people. I do want to grow the community so we can help people through the pledges, through the content. Like I said, I'm expanding the content, so please let me know what else you want to see. I want to make sure that I'm giving y'all what you want. Nick says, "Don't get a screaming goat," but I don't think I want anything that screams right now, but maybe a fainting goat. Spencer said pigs are mean. Actually, fun story is I have a friend. I had a friend. We're not really friends anymore, but I had a friend who she saw on Facebook that this pig was being sold, offered up for, I think it was Thanksgiving dinner, maybe it was Christmas, but was being offered up for dinner. And it was still alive, and she adopted the pig and has had the pig for several years as a pet. And pig, I think it's a boy. I think it's a boy pig. Very, very sweet piggy, and very loving. So I got to play with that pig many times. I've got to play with a lot of pigs many times. I've never had any problems with pigs, but I do know that they'll eat people. David says, "Amanda helped me. I've been able to help others. They will help even more. Amanda is the small pebble that started the ripple through the world." Well, it's all because Ricky loves me. It's all because Ricky gives me kisses and empowers me, and Wendy and everybody here in the community, huh? We're just one big pack, empowering and loving each other. I think we give each other energy, you know? Things that scream, like Amanda when NSYNC puts out a new song. Speaking of which, I get to go see. I was gonna watch Trolls when it premiered 2 days ago, but I promised Bryce and I'd wait, so I'm freaking out waiting to go see the new Trolls movie on Tuesday night. So maybe Aaron should take earplugs with him. Bryce did too. But yes, I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday, however you decide. Look, Ricky's just so cuddly right now. Look at this. You see him nuzzling me? I hope you guys have a great holiday, however you celebrate it. Thank you so much. We raised 176 of our 250 goal to help my friend, and I appreciate it so much to be able to do so much for the community. I'm very grateful for you guys, all of you as individuals, and you as a community. I'm grateful that I have this place where I can open up and you guys hold space for me and I can hold space for you and bring you any level of comfort. I'm so grateful that we have cultivated this community, and I hope that 2024 and even the end of 2023, I can start to expand that into more and more things. So thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Ricky says happy Thanksgiving too. He's just sharing all the love right now. So I will see you guys soon, and I love you. Mwah.